Hi everybody! I believe every polymer clay artist has some unique recipe for patina effect. Let me share with you mine one. It's easy and I really like this shabby antique look. So you can see it's quite gorgeous and you can use of course colors. They are more gold or more copper. I was experimenting with some, let's say, collage of textures, and I really like these Chinese letters. I tried the red version, you know. So I hope you will like it, and let's start. So what you will need? You will need some color pigments. In case of this antique effect, you will need green, turquoise, could be also blue. So I like to use these pigments because they are very strong and very high pigmented, but you can use chalks as well or whatever pigment powder you have. So but just keep in mind you need to have these colors, I mean the greenish ones. What also you will need is transparent liquid and white liquid clay. So it needs to be white one. You can see there is my hack, you know, for brushes. And this is another hack. It's my future mixing palette, which I made because I was searching for suitable little clay resistant some bowl. So I use it from candle. I just simply pull it out and I have it. You of course you need to just clean it by paper towel from the wax. So you can have it like so if you don't have suitable palette. If you have, you don't need to make it. And you will also need some metallic powder. It can be anything you have. So if you have pan pastels, you can use pan pastels. Of course it can be, and again you can use gold or you can use like copper color, you can use some, you know, colors like so, or you can use parallax, which are also great. So whatever you have you can use, just it needs to be a metal like looking powder because we will make a patina on metal, I mean imitation. And you will need some textures, any textures you like, you have, it doesn't matter. So just according to your taste. It can be also a stencil or kind of this texture, of course there any rubber textures. So definitely you can use whatever you have. So let's start. We will mix our paint, I mean patina paint. I like to start with first with transparent clay, and I will make a strong color first. So it means I need quite a lot of pigment, and because it's really easier to control by adding liquid to make it lighter than opposite, to make it darker if you need. So I will make 4 colors because I have 4 pigments to show you. So I will start with blue one. Okay. I use this funny spoon and I will put, it's really a lot of in it. You can see the color is quite strong and it will be even more dark because this is in transparent clay, I mean transparent liquid clay. So let's make the others. During that process, I've got patina on my fingers instead of clay. But I forgot one important thing. You will need a rubbing alcohol. I have it here in a small bottle, but any rubbing non-edible alcohol is what you need. It's really good also for cleaning table from pigments, but it doesn't work for hands, but soap will work. So when you have everything mixed like I do, you can use, or you should use, a white clay here. So I will put some white. It's a little bit harder to go out. I do this because they look same almost, you know, unbaked. So this will be transparent after baking, but it looks white, so it's better to be sure what you are mixing. In case of pigments, as you can see little dots here, and it means that they need a little bit more time to be connected with liquid. So I will mix them again to get really nice bright blue and nice bright green without these dots. I found they really need, some of them need a little bit more time because these are just pure pigments, and every pigment is a little bit different. I mean, from chemical point of view, so they behave a little bit different. So let's try stencils, because I think everybody knows how to use rubber textures, but let's see what can we do also with stencils. So we need to impress them into the clay like so to get some, let's say, deeper imprint. I think it's a little bit shallow still, so in this case, when you have a shallow pattern, it's better to bake your piece first. So to finish something, it means you will need 3 baking. One for just basic piece, second one for patina effect, and third one for finishing, I mean backside or finishing touches. So let's bake it, and I will show you the unbaked. And I also forget to mention that we will use a black clay. So let's try the lazy version with unbaked clay. So this is black Premo, but you can use any black clay you have. And you will need brush, paper towel, and alcohol, and of course our pre-mixed colors and white. So I will start with white. This is just simple white liquid clay, and because the surface is not baked, don't press much, just gently apply the liquid. So the point is to get it into all depths. So as you can see, it takes a little time. You can see that even the white liquid looks a little bit transparent, which is good. So we have more in our deeper part than upper part, which is exactly what is the point? So you don't have to cover it to have a smooth, non-textured surface. We need to see the texture. And now we have our colors. So I will start with turquoise and I will mix it like so, this and there, and let's say some green. You can stay in, if you have just one color, you can stay with one color, but I think it's more fun if there are more colors. Like teal and turquoise, and some places you can keep just white as they are, or not. And a little bit blue here, okay. And we can try also a dark blue here, just a little bit. And now is the part which is a little bit tricky, or a little bit harder. So you need to use, you can use dry baby wipe, so I mean the old one which is already not wet. Maybe you have some in home, they are really good, but they must be dry. Or you can use an ordinary paper towel. I think the paper towel is easier for rough clay, I mean unbaked. So I will try to use this one. So I will open my bottle with alcohol, so it's already a little bit dirty, but anyway, so there is an alcohol on it, and you just gently remove, as you can see, just one, and then another place. So don't go twice on one place, just one swipe and it's enough. 2 swipes are usually too much in my opinion. So it's not the point to clean everything perfectly, so to see perfect black. So we just need to remove something. So this is good enough for us. It doesn't look very pretty, I know. So let's make it more pretty. We want to have the patina effect. So maybe there is a little bit baby wipe just to show you. Sometimes it's a little bit stronger than paper. It is. So for the beginning, I recommend you to use a paper towels. They are a little bit more gentle with removing. So you don't want to remove everything, just a little bit from the top. But this is good. It is a liquid on it because we will use our, you know, pigment, whatever. So I will try, let's say, this parallax. The finger is the best tool as always, and just start to cover the top. It's good there is a liquid because it will fix your powder. And so it's very stable. It doesn't need to be sealed by any lacquering, which is really good. So you really can use any powder you like. So when you are happy with amount of powder, it's time again to use this and there our pre-mixed transparent colors. In this case, I prefer to have them a little bit less vibrant. So you will need an empty jar again. Put liquid in it, I mean the transparent one, and just gently mix, you know, soft version of your color. To have, we really need a transparent one. And let's place this and there. I like to use it for places they are not perfect already, so it's all right, because we want to have an antique shabby chic effect, so imperfect is perfect again. And we could do also teal. And that's all. We can bake it. So what you will get is something like, you know, here and here. And if you are not happy with this, you can still use some acrylic and make it more shiny, like so. So I will do it with parallax to show you, but parallax of course will not stay on it, but you know what I mean. So this is, and this really looks like patina, and it's on black. Or here another example. It's really look very antique, which I like. Or this one. I think the milkiness looks good on it, so let's put a little bit white on it as well, just to repeat this and there, not everywhere, and bake it. So let's try another color. I mean, let's try the gold one. This one is already baked, so we don't have to be afraid of melting the texture or damaging the texture, because we already have it nicely baked. So it's still a little bit warm, but it's not hot. And again, I will be generous with covering by white. And now I want to have a little bit stronger colors, so I will use the turquoise. When you are happy with your piece, it's again time to use your paper or dry baby towel, and we need to remove our this texture was a little bit more shallow, but when it's already baked, it's easier to remove the clay from the top. So, and you can make decision in these flat areas if you want to have it gold or not. So I think I want to have it a little bit colder, so, or we can try another color. I quite like this one, but we can make let's say gold and bronze to see how it looks like. So, and because there is a liquid on it, it's really easy to cover it by any metallic powder. Be quite generous with metallics. Again, we need to use a little bit of patina on top. So which part is not very perfect? I think maybe this one. And a little bit of this milky effect. And you need to bake it again. Or you could use a heat gun for this step, which is also possible. And let's do our last experiment, which is going to be in silver color. And as you can see, I hope you can see, this part is not very perfectly imprinted. I think in this case, for this technique, which we want to have a shabby old look, is actually a good thing. So if this happened to you, you can use it. And I think it's even more interesting if you have some, let's say, imperfections, because it's really good looking at the end. In this case, I will use silver, or this one, it's a little bit darker silver color of pan pastel, but you can use Perlex, Perfect Pearl, whatever you have. So let's see. In my opinion, the silver is never looks so nice as gold and or copper color, but let's see, maybe I will change it. So let's see with silver, which is a little bit lighter. Maybe I will put a little bit of some reddish color. This, oh yes, that's better. So I think, in my opinion, it's more interesting like so. Or instead of blue patina, we could use red and brown, and I think it could work, but we have mixed the green ones, so let's stay on it. And now I think I will cover it by a little bit of blue, and here I will use the milkiness. So, and let's bake it. So let's see the result. You can see, and you probably will have also these little imperfect edges, and there is just easy solution. Cut them out by scissors. They are thin, and it's way easier than to try use a sanding paper, because it's impossible to sand them out, but it's very, very easy to cut it. So I made them intentionally so big to show you that it is not end of the world. And you have them. Oh, let's see what you got. So this is our silver, copper one. This one is a gold, and this is the experiment with more shallow texture made by stencil. In my opinion, it looks better for this technique if there is enough space for patina. Here is less space for patina and more space for your gold color. So in my opinion, it's more interesting if you have it like so than like so, but it's just an opinion and you may have a different one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it's super fast and super easy way how to make interesting patina effect on polymer clay. And thank you for your watching and for subscribing, and see you soon.